Good morning, everybody. So this launch of the book,
Sarah,
Bank with a Soul,
you know how
Equitas,
to
by a great author. She's written a
how to
number of
make a
books.
video Zoom.
Really,
This is Chandra.
all good things has to start with the
This is the
blessings
thing.
of the Almighty. May I
It's
request here to say a small prayer.
What do you want to do?
Let her do. Just
Which one do you want to do in that? Or the laptop?
I can do it here or the laptop, wherever, but I'm trying the it's enough if she sees me once. Then message. One, I don't know where that was.
Thank you, Priya. Priya, the author.
Oh, that's where I went. In the zeros,
Yeah,
I kept in the top one, the 069.
I would like to,
Oh.
on behalf of Equitas and on behalf of the library team, welcome the chief guest of the Really IAS.
I'm connected here, but on audio. Even if you video. Yeah.
And Priya, I would like to thank Oli for having planned this entire event. You know, Vasu was always saying, Equitas, he is reclusive. How could you hide the sun?
What do you think?
You can't be anymore. So Vasu, is a person who's been the founder. And I don't know how many of you know that Equitas wasn't the first name of our organization. There's another name, but I expect another name to tell the story how we got that name. I know you're interested in talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome each and every one of you to this book launch function. Ma'am, was struggling with the name and for the book. But then, after a lot of brainstorming, she came up with this lovely Bank with the Soul. Just touch the soul of each and every one who reads it. I know Ramya, we have been circulating this book because if you have read it, really touches it. Just like the story of Shanti. Equitas, to touch the mind, we are the 7%. To touch the heart, we do the social work, social activities. And it is, like Vasu said, right from day one, within 2 months of the company starting business, very clear vision that we have to do something for the sector that we're working. And design the model.
You should hear him.
They say working in management parlance, they say working in phase. You look at that family, and then look at that family struggling, and you'll come up with lovely ideas. Multiple intervention is required, skill training, health, education, and then we want people who are without homes. What is the best solution to find a home? So this is how the entire ecosystem was developed. And this ecosystem is open up for this, especially the asset community. Of course, when you go to rural branches, probably you have to use this ecosystem. Because, when in an asset, the guy goes back, key differential between a regular bank and Equitas model is our staff goes back. And when he goes to the village, every month or the slum area, he shouldn't be looked at somebody who's coming back to take back the loan. He's somebody who's coming back with a skill training. He says, I have a solution for this. I have health, solution for your health problem. I have a solution for your unemployed children. So this is how the entire ecosystem works. So I think as liability people, you can also use this ecosystem. And like Vasu said, we have a separate team who will start doing that. You are just to refer So CS again, take it forward. The book covers the entire journey of Equitas, the beautiful journey that we started in 2007-8. And I now request, I think Dr. Garyali will speak it then. At 12:50, we'll have the Rotary Governor, Rotarian J. Sridhar, to be coming up the stage. So we just shifted the agenda a little. So can I ask, and Sarahachari also excuse himself today because he has another board meeting which is cropped up. So I would like to first ask Padma. Okay, there are a couple of people who have read this book, dignitaries. I think, can I read these are the names? Yeah, in sequence. So N.S. Kannan, the MD of ICICI, is going to talk about it. And then, yeah, and the MD of SDFC, Vibha Padalkar, is going to talk about the book. And Felicite, Kotak Life MD Mahesh Balasubramaniam, and the DMD of SDFC ERCO Anuj Tyagi, and from Chola Group, Ms. Surya Narayana, who is the MD, and from Reliance General, Rakesh Jain, the ED and the CEO, will be speaking about the book and the journey that they read through that. This is
Let me extend my warm greetings to the members of the Board of Directors of the Equitas Group, Mr. P.N. Vasu, MD and CEO of Equitas Bank, Mr. Murli Vaidyanathan, Senior President and Country Head Branch Banking, Mr. Rohit Phadke, Senior President Assets, Mr. R. Venkatraman, Third Party Products, and the entire senior leadership team of Equitas Small Finance Bank. I do hope you and your families are keeping safe and healthy during these challenging times. I thank you, first of all, for inviting me to share my message on such a momentous occasion for you all. And let me extend my warm greetings to the members of the Board of Directors of the Equitas Group, Mr. P.N. Vasu, MD and CEO of Equitas Bank, Mr. Murli Vaidyanathan, Senior President and Country Head Branch Banking, Mr. Rohit Phadke, Senior President Assets, Mr. R. Venkatraman, Third Party Products, and the entire senior leadership team of Equitas Small Finance Bank. I do hope you and your families are keeping safe and healthy during these challenging times. I thank you, first of all, for inviting me to share my message on such a momentous occasion for you all. And special thanks to Mr. Murli for sending me the book. At the outset, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. C.K. Garyali for chronicling a remarkable journey catalyzed by Mr. Vasu that began in the year 2007. I know Dr. Garyali had done immense service to the people of Tamil Nadu and the people of India as a civil servant and as a part of Equitas family, Equitas Bank. But this chronicling endeavor, I believe, is one of the most important banking, since any good work done by selfless people like Mr. Vasu will have to be documented for the next generations for both inspiration as well as simulation. You and your family, Dr. Garyali, you say in your preface during this that being fair, just and transparent, first of all, do not make you less profitable. For inviting me and to share that if you take care of your customers and employees, they will take care of you. These two tenets are the most valuable, not only for entrepreneurs who set up successful businesses, but also for salaried practitioners like me and our businesses. Dr. Garyali has very nicely articulated the important roles played by many during the formative years of the Equitas Group. I find a format of storytelling hugely interesting. The case in point being the narration of stories of role models in the part one of the book. Each one of the stories is a book by itself. While I haven't had the privilege of interacting with many listed in the book, I want to pick up Dr. Rangachari as an example. For us in the insurance industry, as you know, is the father of insurance liberalization in India, and indeed a fatherly figure. While I have had the privilege of interacting with him over years, I didn't know the full details of his life story and those interesting anecdotes detailed in the book. Thank you, ma'am, for bringing these to life. I find Dr. Rangachari such a humble person, despite his towering stature and phenomenal achievements. Last month, as an example, from nowhere, he calls me to congratulate me and our company for declaring bonus to our policyholders based on a press release which he happened to notice. He need not have called me at all. This not only shows his humility by reaching out to such a small person like me, but it also shows how his heart beats for the small policyholders of the country. I really salute you, sir, for this. Moving further, it has been said that truly generous persons are those who give silently without hope of praise or reward. Mr. Vasu, to me, is one such rare person who has always been extremely humble in his approach and yet has had the mighty vision to build Equitas as an institution of eminence and make a huge difference to millions of people. I congratulate you, Mr. Vasu, and your senior leadership team for the stupendous journey that you have led, which also has culminated in a successful listing of the company. After reading the book, my only regret is that of not interacting with you much earlier in my life, Mr. Vasu. But I'm glad my return to insurance industry back from the banking brought me closer to you. I remember my physical meetings over buttermilk in your office, virtual meetings amidst the pandemic, as well as conversations over the phone over the last several months. Apart from the humility, what struck me was your Let me extend my warm greetings.
No, I think I will.
Sending me the book. At the outset, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. C.K. Garyali for chronicling a remarkable journey catalyzed by Mr. Vasu that began in the year 2007. I know Dr. Garyali had done immense service to the people of Tamil Nadu and the people of India as a civil servant and as a part of Equitas family. But this chronicling endeavor, I believe, is one of the most important ones, since any good work done by selfless people like Mr. Vasu will have to be documented for the next generations for both inspiration as well as emulation. Dr. Garyali, you say in your preface that being fair, just, and transparent do not make you less profitable. And that if you take care of your customers and employees, they will take care of you. These two tenets are the most valuable, not only for entrepreneurs who set up successful businesses, but also for salaried practitioners like me and our businesses. Dr. Garyali has very nicely articulated the important roles played by many during the formative years of the Equitas Group. I find a format of storytelling hugely interesting. The case in point being the narration of stories of role models in the part one of the book. Each one of the stories is a book by itself. While I haven't had the privilege of interacting with many listed in the book, I want to pick up Dr. Rangachari as an example. For us in the insurance industry, as you know, he's the father of insurance liberalization in India, and indeed a fatherly figure. While I have had the privilege of interacting with him over years, I didn't know the full details of his life story and those interesting anecdotes detailed in the book. Thank you, ma'am, for bringing these to life. I find Dr. Rangachari such a humble person, despite his towering stature and phenomenal achievements. Last month, as an example, from nowhere, he calls me to congratulate me and our company for declaring bonus to our policyholders based on a press release which he happened to notice. He need not have called me at all. This not only shows his humility by reaching out to such a small person like me, but it also shows how his heart beats for the small policyholders of the country. I really salute you, sir, for this. Moving further, it has been said that truly generous persons are those who give silently without hope of praise or reward. Mr. Vasu, to me, is one such rare person who has always been extremely humble in his approach and yet has had the mighty vision to build Equitas as an institution of eminence and make a huge difference to millions of people. I congratulate you, Mr. Vasu, and your senior leadership team for the stupendous journey that you have led, which also has culminated in a successful listing of the company. After reading the book, my only regret is that of not interacting with you much earlier in my life, Mr. Vasu. But I'm glad my return to insurance industry back from the banking brought me closer to you. I remember my physical meetings over buttermilk in your office, virtual meetings amidst the pandemic, as well as conversations over the phone over the last several months. Apart from the humility, what struck me was your complete focus on customer service, persistency improvement, rather than business volumes. I can only say this is an extremely rare quality, refreshing, amazing, and lots for me to learn. Thank you very much, sir. So to me, Bank with the Soul book is as much about the banker and the noble soul that is Mr. Vasu. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all and acknowledge the successful partnership that our institutions have shared over the last 5 years. We promise you that we will continue our offer of best-in-class products suited to the need of your customers, backed with superior customer service, thereby hopefully enhancing your own customer franchise. I would like to thank you once again for your sustained support. I look forward to strengthening our relationship further. My best wishes to the team Equitas and our partnership to keep setting new benchmarks and scale newer heights. Thank you all very much.
Equitas Small Finance Bank is a bank with a large heart. It was conceptualized to empower Indian women by helping them set up micro enterprises, thereby improving their incomes and enhancing the overall quality of their lives. I'm personally thrilled to see their phenomenal journey as the bank has reached out to some of the neediest segments of the marginalized in the most efficient and cost-effective manner, and yet giving returns to its stakeholders under the inspirational leadership of its founder, Mr. P.N. Vasudevan, known to all of us as Vasu. His vision has now led the bank to become even more inclusive by providing credit to those with special needs, transgender, and those who would have traditionally not been banked. Bank with a Soul is an inspiring narration of Equitas Small Finance Bank's journey so far. And I recommend all of you to get a copy. We all can make a difference and inspire others to do so too. It has been an honor and privilege for us at HDFC Life in our journey to protect India with pride. We look forward to working more closely than ever before to make India stronger. All the best.
Hi, friends. It's indeed a pleasure and a privilege to talk about P.N. Vasudevan. PNV as he's known to many people and as Vasu to some of us. I've cherished my relationship with Vasu for a very long time. I knew him since 1994 when I joined Chola to head the Western India business for the vehicle finance division. By 95, Vasu had become the national business head and my association with him grew more stronger. From 1995 till today, there are a few things about Vasu which has not changed. First and foremost, his ability to think big and dream big. The second, the ability to put systems, processes, and controls to achieve that scale. The third is to keep on challenging status quo. And the fourth is his restless energy and impatience to get things done as of day before yesterday. By 2000, I had quit the Murugupa group to start something on my own and become an entrepreneur. When I told Vasu that I'm moving out to turn entrepreneur, I could see that he was visibly excited. By 2002, I think he had made up his mind that he wanted to start something on his own. And that dream crystallized maybe in 2007 when he looked at microfinance as a vehicle for him to create a social change and impact the lives of the people who are underserved. But what I admired about Vasu is that he looked at the holistic business and did not stick to only lending. He already started thinking, how can he create a difference to their lives by looking at education, by looking at housing for them, by looking at skill development, and so many other things which can bring a holistic change in the lives of the people whom he was trying to serve. Today is 2021, and Equitas has grown into a fine institution truly admired by all of us. In all this, his moral compass has been very steady, and he's built a business on sound values and ethics. I congratulate Equitas on the launch of the book, The Bank with a Soul. I would say it's built by a man with a soul. Heartiest congratulations to you, Vasu. Best wishes to a great future, and may the force be with you. Thank you.
Let me extend my warm greetings.
Good afternoon, everybody. We at HDFC Ergo sincerely hope that everyone in Equitas family is safe and in good health. Accept my heartfelt congratulations for being selected as Best Places to Work by Ambition Box 2021. Equitas team has been ticking all the right boxes on core banking and providing prudent third-party solutions to their customers, despite the challenges posed due to COVID-19. It speaks volume about the depth of the whole team and the commitment to be with the customer when they need a partner bank like Equitas. We are pleased to share that as of March 2021, we are the second largest player in retail health, third largest private player in the non-life industry with premiums worth 12,500 crores. This has been possible with the well-placed trust of 1.5 crore customers in us. On an every minute basis, we are issuing about 19 policies, settling 2 claims, and servicing about 14 customer interactions on our various customer touchpoints. We are proud to partner with Equitas, and we are setting up new benchmarks in growth despite the lockdowns. I'm sure we will jointly scale new heights in times to come. Till now, our association has been limited to accident and health insurance, and we are looking forward to enhance our value proposition to other lines of general insurance businesses as well, thereby protecting our Equitas Bank customers from all non-life exposures and risk under one brand of HDFC Ergo. We wish you all the very best for the rest of the year, personally and professionally. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I want to take this occasion to really compliment the Equitas team, especially Mr. Vasudevan, for the amazing transformation he has brought into Equitas in the last few years. I have worked and watched closely, how Equitas has unfolded into a magnificent bank and moving towards tapping the India opportunity. It's equally amazing to see how Mr. Vasudevan and team has also built so many initiatives along the way. Frankly, it's an inspiration for me to have drawn, some of the projects which I am delighted to read in this book about, how the Equitas, the Bird Nest project or the Gurukul schools were conceived. Many organizations creates these initiatives on their way or when they are really big and successful, but co-creating something with your evolution is indeed an achievement. It is indeed my pleasure to be associated with Equitas Bank in many of the initiatives on the commercial side, and hopefully we will also partner, also on the CSR side. Best wishes to an amazing future, which we look forward to co-create with you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Vasu, on the book launch. As a colleague of Vasu in the Murgappa group, I've always seen Vasu as a visionary with a big picture thinking ability, good grasp, ability to grapple with multiple ideas, concepts, and operate with a high action orientation. He was equally adept in bringing out well thought out structures, processes, and his insistence on operational discipline is quite legendary. His firm, unrelenting business focus often masked his fun-loving, humorous, and kind-hearted disposition. When Vasu stepped into the microfinance space, he had one lofty objective, which was empowering women through financial assistance at affordable interest rates. Well before CSR was introduced, he committed 5% of the firm's profits to Equitas Development Initiatives Trust. The trust runs several programs for providing education to students from the lower strata of society and other programs for payment dwellers and marginalized sections. As a player in the BFSI sector, Equitas is highly respected for balancing its care to shareholders, to customers, and society. I wish you all success and good health. Congratulations, Vasu, once again on the book launch.
A small correction, that was Mr. Surya Narayana from Chola. We'll be joined by the chief guest now, the district governor of 3232, who took charge in July. Equitas has a long association with Rotary, right from Jammu to Kanyakumari, Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Now we have our ideas.
Name would change.
We are not able to hear you, John. I think there is a few devices are open together.
The reason that we learn what polio was eradicated based on the
Mr. John, can you please put off your equipment because there are few equipments together, a lot of echoing here. Mr. John, it's okay? Are you able to hear me? Can I continue? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Continue, sir.
Yeah, okay. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to Dr. C.K. Garyali, madam, the whole Equitas team, respectful Vasu sir, everyone who are here, John. Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. It's a great pleasure for me to be here on the launch of the book. It's not a book, it is a complete, a real soul. This is itself is a soul for the bank with a soul, Equitas. My association with Equitas or my acquaintance with Equitas always used to be more than the banking, for all your benevolence, for all your gratifying work you have been doing to the society, to the marginal sector, to the transgenders, to the small vendors, to the women in particular. What you have been doing is what there on top of my mind than you as a bank. This is my personal experience and my personal view. You are a great organization with a noble thought, as Mr. P. N. Vasudevan sir has started in 2007. You have been living up to our genes of this country, which is philanthropy. Philanthropy is always at your side. And even when well before the government of India has put the compulsory CSR requirement of certain percentage on the turnover and profits, it is the bank, Equitas, which has started well before anyone has asked for that kind of an approach, with not just 2%, it was 5%, if I remember right. That is what with you have started with all your community development programs to support the women, to empower the women, and to support the disabled with the credit facilities, transgender with the credit facilities, to do great things in the society, to make them to start their economic activity by their self-earnings. These are the banks which makes the country thriving. The larger banks with the larger credit facilities, yes, they can give 2,000 employment, no doubt about it. But here, multiples of people, multiple group of sector of people are getting at a very lesser amount of credit facilities. One can take care of their own livelihood, and then they are making the difference to society. What is really, make me too excited about is, at difficult times, you are even going back to your own customers, that is a small vendors and whoever it is, and you are helping them, not just with money, by emotional support, by materialistic support for them to continue their, their life and their business. This is what something which is there on top of my mind. I never ever met anyone in person, but from a larger perspective, from a long distance, I'm able to see, that's what I said, the bank, Equitas Bank, as not as a bank, is always, I realize that this is a product of the Equitas Bank is also lending and giving credit to others, while you also equally spend your time and energy into the corporate social responsibility initiatives to make a difference to this society. As a bank itself, I could say that this is a developmental bank, giving support to everyone in a microfinance system. This is, if you see that, the whole bank as a whole is a philanthropy in my mind. Congratulations to all of you. You have been supporting the communities with a greater sense of, support, and your benevolence is something which is unmatchable. Now coming to this book, I had an opportunity to go through the book because I asked for it. I can't wait for this to be released. So sometime back I asked for a thing. I went through the whole thing. this is giving, I mean, I have to tell you something about Dr. C.K. Gariali, the IAS officer, who used to be in Chennai also earlier, and I heard about that. And I mean, she has been contributing herself to the women reproductive health, population limitation are some of the areas in which she has really contributed much to the country, and poverty reduction, again, pushing the economic activity into the individuals. And she has been architect of the lot of women self-help movement in this part of the world, especially in Tamil Nadu and Chennai. And I'm given to understand some time ago, Dr. Gariali's association with bank started with very early stages as a trustee of the development arm of the charitable arm of the Equitas Bank. And she has really put in her best effort to bring about not leaving any small initiative, small thing, and put it in one single book. And I have a great, happy times to read this part of the book, and also I'm still not yet completed. Dr. C.K. Gariali is one of the officers this administrative service is really envy about. I mean, she has been fascinated with the growth of the communities, and she has been fascinated to support the people around her. And she has put in all her thinking process into this book about Equitas and our association with Equitas, and the connection and our association with the structure of the Equitas Bank. And this has been a great input for the generations to come to know about Equitas and their great job and how they have been supporting the communities around them. And their whole business model is this book. When someone reads and come to the end of it, one will easily understand. The business model of Equitas is just helping in a small way to everyone who are around them. That is the bank's philosophy has been very well laid out in this book in various topics. And according to her, she believes the story of Equitas inspires and demonstrates the profit-making and social development of the country can go together. In my view, this is a very perfect statement, because the investors who have invested in the bank funding process has been very happy with what I heard from the market, because they also feel they've gone to the right place, Equitas Bank, which is having philanthropy as one of the business model, which is embedded into the profit-making system. So I congratulate Dr. C.K. Gariali to bring out this fantastic volume of the book. And I would rather, when our next book comes, this book has come with Bank with a Soul. And probably, if at all, I need to suggest a next title, A Bank Makes Lives. And that time, I would definitely give our journey with Equitas and Rotary as a whole, and how Rotary has really benefited out of Equitas in a bigger way as a partner in service. And those articles, I will be readily arranging to give it to Dr. C.K. Gariali, because I feel I would like to be part of this winning game of philanthropy and banking together with Equitas. And I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for inviting me to be here. And I learned a little bit more than what I knew about Equitas by this process of being invited here today. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you for sparing your time. You had a lot of meeting of purpose of life is
about the other side of society. And so she was very helpful to us in our entire journey. She was actually drafted the objects of the trust. And she helped us do it so well that after 30 years, when the government came with the Act requirement, and they produced an Annexure 7, where they listed out all the activities which are permitted in that, we didn't have to amend our exactly what we have to do. So well done. I mean, that really shows the level of deep understanding of the these communities. So Sri Lanka, one of our main extremely important person was helped us to what we were able to do. And Alex, on the other hand, is again a great find. He was working in IOB 27 years, and he was the chief. And he should have retired from IOB 2 years back or 3 years back. Maybe he would have become either a TMD or something like that. Retired at those levels, or ED or whatever it's called. Maybe at the ED level or something like that. And it was a big leap of faith for him. 7 years in the PSU bank, then jumping into a microfinance company. Who is saying that I want to social? His job was that his job was not to give books. As a banker, his job was to get into the social. But he's been even in the bank. He was part of Extra organization. He has done a lot of work on that side. So when I met him in some meeting for the first time, I immediately fell in love with him. And so I told his guru, he has a group, social activity, he has a group, Mr. Nirmal, who is also a trust base. So I told Mr. Nirmal, sir, please get this guy out there. I don't know what you do, just make him join me. I need him. Because we have so much of desire to know him, but we really don't know what to do. We really no idea what to do. And there is so much of ideas on what to do. And I need him. I just need him. So it happened. And he joined us. And he's been very instrumental in many of the things that we actually have delivered at the ground. And it's not a easy thing. 900 tie-ups with 900 hospitals across the country. It's not easy, just make it happen like that. So we run our trust also like an organization. It's not like that we run our charity. Everything is okay. Never. Trust is run to make it as efficient and as productive as we do. And so that's been how our social activities have been evolving over a period of time. It's not always been success initiatives from our side. There have been a lot of failed initiatives also. We started vegetable vending. We started a company for buying and selling vegetables. Because the assumption was that we have something like about 25,000-30,000 customers for vegetable vendors. I don't know, around the platform or something like that. So we thought that if we can procure vegetables on wholesale basis, they will be able to supply to them at a cheap rate. Then they make better margin than buying from the market and selling it. So we started that. We ran it for only 2 years. We couldn't manage it at all. So we owned that. So that went. The next thing we did is that we said every fourth family, every city we operate, any city that we operate, every third or every fourth family will be our place. Whether it is Ahmedabad, whether it is Pune, whether it is Madurai, whether it is Chennai, anywhere we operate microfinance, every fourth family, third family, fourth family will be our place. There is so much of reach in the entire population. So we thought that if we can start a grocery company, right, and start buying rice, oil, soap, powder, whatnot, then effectively I can control 20 to 30% of the entire supply to that city can be controlled by us. And if we are able to control 25-30% of the entire rice supply or dal supply, imagine the power of aggregation, the ability to negotiate and get the finest rates, and the charge rate can be passed on to the customers. thought that, that's something which should help us. So we started a grocery. And we ran it. We started 25 shops. We had at one point we had a chain of 25 retail shops which we are running. But that also came on a lot of other issues came. We couldn't manage it beyond that, so we won that. Then we started tuition centers for evening in the farm area. We took a place on that, and we hired some teachers. The purpose was that children in and around that area, largely neighborhood children, and then we can get them into that place for evening and give them tuition, support them in the education process. So that was the other idea that we tried. I think we reached a height of about 55 tuition centers in different parts of the country. But again, it was fundamentally there's a flaw in the model and it was not sustainable, and we tried our best to make it, so we closed that up. So we have been working and closing a lot of ideas, but some of them which have really taken off very well. The skill development. Now we have trained over, I think, 5.5 people. And that's genuinely improving the income level of these families. Now, people have employment, and so many other things that we've done which is really scaled up very well. So it's been a long journey, and the question is, how much more can we do? Will we be able to do all of this or any other item that we can think of? Those are the things for the future, and I think what should be done is given to the business people. While we say that your job is to make profit, we will spend it on social activities. But nothing like giving ideas. Nothing prevents anybody from giving ideas. So we should always share our ideas, whatever individuals have, share it with others, and anything which we believe will be done in a sustainable manner is something that we very keen to do. And it has to scale. Anything that we do has to scale. We are not really interested in doing something for a few people and then putting a glossy photographs on the website and all that. That's the least of our objectives. Anything that we do has to be done on scale. So ideas are always welcome, and we're very happy to anything more that we believe we can deliver properly. So let's hope that the Equitas journey continues for eternity.
For the tuition center, we started mostly government Next, we have BBI. I always she was collector of this big city. Imagine the collector then she has seen what the but she always had the heart of there she there the
Can you hear me? So there is round and round and round. So I don't think I should say much because much has been told already. But let me tell you why this book is also my thanks given to Equitas. I spent 13 years in Europe. After retirement, it gave me another opportunity. I was retiring on December 2007. From January, because I started working in the war, and from scratch, also just starting. So it gave me wonderful opportunity to have a second chance to serve the society. Partly how to serve the society, shall I form it? We have a family, but that doesn't work in my family, that works in other things. So whether we should add on those things, but when I met Vasu, I'm very happy as started. So that's been a beautiful 13 years of my life when I have really enjoyed different parts of India. Go to the program from Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, wherever I have gone, my access working from Vasu. So thank you very much for inviting me that to join you, and thank you very much Vasu for accompanying me. See, there are so many pictures of me and Vasu, I was feeling shy that I we have been going everywhere, and we have been meeting everybody, and those things need to be mentioned and documented other those instances. So even we asked when he invited us to do a job fair, she tried to say that. So Vasu went on to listen to Swamiji. I mean, Alex to listen to Swamiji. Vasu is also good. So what I'm saying is, both of them, I wish to say thanks because of you I am here, because of you I have had opportunity to do this work, and because of this is my labor of love and thanksgiving to Equitas out of sheer love and affection. I also felt, see, the moment I became a bank, became so big, became like a bureaucracy. Sorry to say that. Now I see the elements of government creeping into Equitas because it was a smaller one, and then everything was under Vasu's control. And now there's so many big things, there are thousands of branches and things like that. So I thought these memories which are very precious when things were small and beautiful. Now they're big and small, and small is always. So we should capture them, and I'm glad I've captured them because probably each person is leaving one by one and going away, and then what happens? Nobody will do it. So I'm glad that I will capture them. Number two is that the life of Vasu itself has been very inspiring, and I want all the employees, the 60,000 employees, to know how this thing happened, how this development. There's also a lot of very way of the simple parents. His mother was like Sanskrit teacher, was born from a small depot. It's not we can say Madrasa company. It's a temple in the David Patshala. From there, they are coming to Chennai, then going to school, becoming a company. You may not know you started as a stenographer. And even now, when you let me some back, give me the letter, I am right, I am very good. So you can imagine, they are making a journey, then studying law, and I just tell you, and I just read out, that was studying, learning about it. He says that when he started starting a microfinance company, so he was starting to microfinance and going and visiting various people who were doing microfinance. So he says, an MI operating in Chennai in 2007 offered to take me in their field operations. I sat on the bike of one of their sitting on the backside of my bike. We were cruising along the main road in KK when he came. Suddenly, we were left under a narrow 10 feet within 200 meters, it was a different world, a world of crowded and congested lanes, low quality buildings, and open drainage. A standard of living which cannot be compared to the standard of living just 200 meters away. Tucked away from the eyes of those when we met the group of women assembled for the weekly group meeting, my astonishment knew no bounds. There was a strong camaraderie, genuine happiness, and warmth in their laughter, discipline and financial freedom, and special bonding with the staff. So that's how we actually went to these meetings and learned about this. Another example. So he was learning about microfinance, and then he was going to hospital meetings of women, focus group discussions in the slums, sitting on the floor with them and listening to them. So then he talks about another focus group discussion which he attended. Back in Chennai, we were doing a focus group discussion of a group of women to help us understand more of their lives and hopes and dreams, their aspiration and their young strengths, searching for gaps to fill and help out. One lady mentioned that she had completed a 3-month course on fashion design from a government institution and was looking for a loan of 10,000 rupees with which she could buy a machine. Put to use her skill and earn a livelihood. She has been trying to get the loan for last 1 year. Okay. After immediately we went after discuss and have a meal, lunch on and the we kept 7,450 rupees. And then Vasu was thinking, if we are at the dichotomy that this lady is very good, 10,000 rupees, we are being this war has been effective. Now I will give you another example. That is why I spoke, because I wanted to document these things. So when Vasu started, I was having this idea of starting his own company, and he was not having an office, so he used to work from his car because he wanted to look professional. He sat in the house, even on. So he used to get into his car, carry his lunch like everybody does, get ready, sit in car and go around the town, park his car somewhere in one city and start working on his So one day, one just came out from his house and he saw people living on payments. He just stopped his car and they were, living there, eating there, little children, one child went and he defecated there nearby, and he was not clean, and then he went and started eating something. He saw all those things in lives of payment bills, and that is why one of his first things when he told me is that he wanted to do something for payment bills. We have a project which looks at rehabilitating the payment bills, and which is one of the very beautiful projects we have. So there he realized that I have to do something for this kind of people also. Now these kind of people are totally unvaluable. They don't have address, they don't have a ration card, they don't have a name, they don't have citizens of India, they don't belong anywhere. So how difficult it is to bank them and from their first we have to settle them, we have to kind of place money, we have to get them an address for 6 months, then they can get it, etc. etc. It has been a long struggle to work with this people, but Equitas is working with them. I personally take pride in that project. I also succeeded, and it's one of the best things we do because there's hardly anybody in India, any NGO, any social organization which is working with people because it's very difficult for this segment. And here we have already rehabilitated 2,400 families, and we are also now trying to educate the children. And some of them, at least 30 of them, are now in college. Those who never used to school, and we are very proud. So there are any amount of things which we have done, and as I just from my face, why I wrote this book. So you see, we started with the small, microfinance company. I met them. They just started their branches, etc. And they had given some 500 loans. That's how we made this when we met. And now today you know how it is inside the 500 branches. Million clients or 4 million clients, and then you have got your things and turnover discussing separately. So it's a beautiful thing. One of the interesting things which happen, everybody wants to go and finance and all that. It is one of the first companies which focused on urban poverty, and urban poverty is not getting back loans at all because rural people get rural cooperative banks, there are agrarian banks, plus there are other nationalized banks, right from beginning of the state bank and everybody have rural branches because they live in a community, they have address, they are all rural, and so it's easy for banks to trust them. But urban population make always migratory and coming up. Very few people trust them, and very few people have even meetings. They are not even able to open bank accounts. I will thank Modi ji that he has made everybody to have a bank account now, which is a blessing. I mean, at least more or less many people have. So this kind of people, it has been very, very difficult, and we are now working on that kind of people. Coming back to just want to tell you about Equitas. From there we started in a small way, and now it did so many things. Right from the beginning, Vasu said that I want to company is not formed. Company is not yet formed, and he says 5% will go to the charity. And he convinces investors, what we convince is foreigners, big, respect companies, that they agreed, all of them agreed that they will all this guidance, which is very difficult to convince people. And many years later, only government of India came up with policy. 10 years ago, 10 years before that, he thought of that and he put it in the document of the company. The articles of association of company is written and every investor knew it and they knowingly said. I'll give you another interesting example. For the first time for the MFI. We were in Ahmedabad. Somehow I was also there on that day when Vasu was traveling, and then he told me this story on the breakfast. So he had been to Surat, and he's been to all the rich people up there, and who were supposed to be investing in the shares. And he was going from talking to this huge investors meeting were arranged before the listing was happening. So at that time, his financial advisors were there, the big people who advise us, and they came and told us, don't talk about this, don't tell them this, don't tell them that. That's what the financial advisors told them, don't do this, don't do this, just profit. They were very, very good profit. They were one of the fastest growing MFI, all those are happening. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk. But so when we started talking about it, and the years and lives, and the guy discussed Raj came and said, now you know how to do it. I don't think it is going to be negative if you talk about negative. The way you are people never. And probably at least the money is going to the right place. The money you understand by right people are always transparent. But going for others, they definitely go for us also. Don't run away, run up the mountain, run away. So I just wanted to share some of these things. And there are two things I would rather like to read and enjoy it. There are things about how we have transformed the lives of so many women, 930 lakh women who have been working. Now, I just see one thing in the lady after it is okay. There is a kind of lack of communication between assets and liabilities. So, if you all connect with the CSR teams, I will like a lot of you to be connected also. I mean, you do your work, you do your problem, but just see what's happening within the overall situation of the bank, and where you can also encourage them, or you can take advantage of it. See, these things have also given us a lot of advantage. Initially, when we were helping women to give them good health, we took 400 health camps every month. But it is also about selfish interest. I'm not a businesswoman, but I can see that Vasu is a businessman. And when he looks after the health of his people, he ensures they go to work, they pay back their loan, isn't it? Unless your client is in good health, how will he pay back? So all the good work which you do will bring back your profit. I do it because I want the people to benefit. But I'm sure the bank does it also because bank wants to ensure that all its clients are keeping good, healthy, and service their loans, etc. So we have to look at it that way of also. So you do a lot of the country. You are going to office, going to any government is nothing. You tell about your problem. See, how are you different? Why should they get deposit? When these boys have been a general law, and I just say, don't ask for deposit. Say, what are you doing? What is it? How are you different from other banks? And then they will say, that yes, you're different. Why will every bank, there are 10, 15 banks like this, why should you put their money? Tell them what, and then ask them. So that will happen. So any good thing done will help you financially in your profitability commercial. So that is something which our locally our officers have been following. And I would say that somebody in one of our officers, Karnataka, chief secretary gave one of so we are advantageous. So see what happens if anybody wants to get an appointment, they just say we are coming, madam has sent us and all that. And they tell about bank, they get to know people, they have a cup of tea, chat and all that. So I think to say, the profit making and social development are not they can go hand in hand. I will give and much you can read the book and enjoy it and see. I think you are proud of this organization is so good that it is really wanting to have society. You know, if you study for women, like enterprise women, if they have improved their incomes, doubled them in some cases, tripled them in some cases, moved to better housing and so on, isn't it a matter of pride? Now, if you are giving a loan to an old driver, and from a driver, he becomes a owner of a truck and it's a own business. Tomorrow you'll go and buy a new truck also. So you are also improving the lifestyle and your area and everything of a client. So you are that's one of the Vasu's interview was that I want the line to go on and go to higher and higher. And that's what was good with that. That's what his friend Mr. Maharaj, he also said that the best thing it does is really and can do it further is just give multiple products to multiple people and help them and it will help. So I think it's only following that policy and I wish I could also I hope I will be good help for some more years and I'll continue. So far, it has been very wonderful. All the travels. Thank you. GMs of various banks, so I can't run this one. So I was after that, and then one day, during COVID, they reached out, they want to do some social work, but they reached out to people, which is the best they achieved. And they said, I could have last year, and they reached out to us. We had a discussion, and they said, we need this information. And then we designed a model for this model. You can just be low to ultra poor, but no male learning industry. Really that pitching forward. And that's how that's going to go. And then we got the 70 crores. So that's the whole thing. Okay. Meet customers so that over that. So that we're very honest and I think business will ladies and gentlemen, may I take a standing question? Visionary. I would like to recognize another player. He was supposed to join us. We are then Rangacharya appointments. Only one word about it. We are also started a cancer hospital. So we were hunting up to our lab. And this Sringeri one, and they came forward and we have to go down the person who was sanctioned. So when we spoke about the Mr. Rangacharya, they blindly agreed. God,
Rajkumar, she works with the first secretary of scholarship for these girls and boys for favor. They went to college, first day of the family. So that congratulations, coming to the last item, another great person, I think award is capitalist. All talents have a magic bag. Do anything, magic. I request the Murli to be the key person for this, arranging the entire program and also distributing the books to all. Murli, I think we should all thank you. And also, yeah, can we honor the author of I like
Audio Jungle.